Okay, dear colleagues, let's begin our meeting dedicated to the very important anniversary of our outstanding mathematician and a good friend of many of us, Professor Всеволод Алексеевич Солодников. I should say that the time zones of participants differ at least to 14 hours from Japan to middle US. So we tried to organize the schedule so that it is okay for all our speakers. And I ask to open our conference Professor José Francisco Rodrigues from Lisbon. Please.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Alexander. It's really great honor. When I was called by Nazarov and Daria, Alexander, they asked me to help them to organize this meeting. Of course, I was even trying to understand what could be possible in such difficult days. But let me just start. That is a great pleasure to see all of you, by Zoom. Of course, it will be much bigger, much better to be all in presence in St. Petersburg at this very special occasion to celebrate the 90th birthday of Vsevolod Solodnikov, which is a great mathematician. It is a great friend, and with who I spent much good times, not only discussing mathematics, because he is first of all a mathematician, but is, as you always know, is also a very good friend of his friends, and he is a sportive man. He's a meloman, of a music lover, and he has many other aspects in his personal life, which is now quite long, and we expect it will be even much longer. So I'm really looking forward that our controversial and very difficult times for all of us that oblige us to celebrate your 90th birthday today in Zoom, which is a marvelous platform. During the pandemic, we became aware and using this instrument of our era, which is really a very good way to bring people together from different places, from different times. As Alexander already explained, we have different times all over the world. And unfortunately, it's not yet possible to do all over the world, except if you wake in the middle of the night. But nevertheless, if it's very early in the United States, it's already quite late in Japan. And what else can I say? I have a lot of things to say to you, Seven, but that should be in the party, okay? Because first of all, when you make a meeting, a mathematical meeting to celebrate someone, the first thing is, in fact, mathematics. So I think I should not speak too long. One more, I want to congratulate and say to Seva, happy birthday. I hope that tomorrow we shall have a very nice Zoom party. And I ask you, all of you, to bring a glass of some wine, beer, port wine, vodka, whatever you like to drink. Because in Europe, we have many cultures. In fact, then, of course, all around the world, there are different alcohol cultures. Probably some of you already heard about this vision that I have from Europe, that we have 3 Europes, basically, and not in mathematical division, but in cultural divisions. And the 3 cultural divisions I see in Europe is the wine culture, from which I belong. I mean, from the West. Portugal belongs to the wine culture. There is in Middle Europe the beer culture, and In the east of Europe, there is the vodka culture. And I think all three cultures should meet today around 3 o'clock Lisbon time, but of course it is 10 to 5 o'clock afternoon St. Petersburg time. Maybe it's already too late for you, Professor Giga, but nevertheless, if it's possible, also bring a glass of some drink to congratulate in our virtual party the 90th birthday of Professor Onikov. Having said this, let's just start to thank very much the local organizers, like Alexander Nazarov, Daria Pushkinskaya, and the old Euler Institute with the secretary that put us together this moment. And it is my great pleasure to announce the first speaker. I think I have still 1 minute to speak. I have nothing else to say except to announce next speaker. But I ask, shall we start 5 minutes late, or shall we just make 5 minutes to wait for the precise time for Professor Giga
to look to the technical problems?
Yes, fix technical problems.
Okay, so I think I've done the introduction. Once more, Seva, Professor Onikov, thank you very much to be with us. And we are looking for lectures of starting with Professor Giga, and we'll start in a few minutes, whatever the technical issues are solved. So now I give back the word to Nazarov, Alexander, Sasha, so you take care of the technical issues, please.